All right, we're here on Voyager of the Seas, and today we're going to do a cabin tour of room 8555. Okay, so your cabin keys will be in your pocket when you first arrive. Take them out, tap that, and then come on in. Okay, so we're in a promenade room here on deck 8. When you first come into your cabin, you will find on the back of your door your muster station, and it'll give you just a bit of a rough map of where is the front and where is the back. And I'll still get lost. The sleeping off adventure magnet is here, so if you don't want to be disturbed by your cabin steward in the mornings, if you want to have a lie-in, just pop that on the outside of your door. But remember to take it off when you want your room made up as well. All right, so we've got a main light switch here. And then we've got some cupboard storage. All right, so we've got some shelving down the side here. You've got a safe which has all your instructions on how to lock that. So, you know, pop your passports, your valuables, whatever you like in there while you're on board. You've got lots of hangers. If you need any more, make sure you ask your cabin steward for that. And they also have a laundry bag here if you want to do paid laundry, because there isn't a self-service laundry here on Voyager. Life jackets are up the top there as well. All right, and straight opposite it.
Can I just answer a question that we get asked, because a couple of people have seen this, Deb. This here.
Yes.
Do you know?
No, I didn't find out.
I told you,
and
you've forgotten.
Yes.
When I say she doesn't listen, it's now proof. Anyway, getting back to the cabin tour, that there, this mysterious thing, is actually just the recess for the door handle.
Oh, yes, you did tell me that.
Ha ha! She does listen.
Sometimes. Selective hearing, it's called. All right, so in here, bathroom. All right, so. Making some kind of noise. Yeah. Anyway, you've got your adjustable shower head there. Controls are down here, as well as your temperature over on that side. So you turn it if you want it colder or hotter. Just turn that to be about your medium there. You've got a grab rail in there as well. Now these doors have got your sliding doors. Oh, there we go. That was a bit. And look, to be honest, ample room.
Yeah, how's the chicken wing?
Chicken wings, like, oh.
Okay.
Not on that, oh jeez. Okay, abort chicken wings, abort.
I've never had that problem. You've done these showers a few times now.
I've never, anyway.
Okay,
good. Fail, big time. Toilet, towels. You've got some hanging rails. Both there.
Sorry, can I just say, when you're trying to switch to the toilet as a distraction, it means
goodness me.
Shows the embarrassment.
All right, You've got your face washers. They do come with a bar of soap. If you like to have a liquid one like I do, I bring my own pump bottle along. Bin underneath, bath towel as well. On this side, this door actually opens up and you've got a bit of shelving in there. Like toothbrush, makeup, whatever you like in there. Excuse me. Shaver port up the top and a couple of glasses there as well.
Alrighty, so now that Deb's done the front of the room, I'm going to do the back section, the main section of the room. We're going to start, we've got the full length mirror here, very handy for when you're getting all blinged up for those theme nights. You can get a full top to tail view. We come in and against the wall here we've got the air conditioning panel, so you can just change it. It's a pretty straightforward analog dial. You turn it one way for cold, one way for hot. There is a master switch for the room lights here just beside the bed on this side, and these bedside lamps have two switches on them. They've got one because they've got a little spotlight here that you can use as a reading light, so you can rotate that around. Depending on the bedding configuration, it goes right across. So if you've got a single or a double bed set up, you can get the right angles. It also then has a main sort of room ambience type light here, so that's all good to go as well. There is the bedside table down there below it, just a single drawer there and an open shelf, so they'll move that around depending on how the bedding configuration is set up. Sometimes they'll bring that to the middle and you'll have the two beds either side. On this side we've got a couple of shelves here. Oops, a bit of a bang on my ring. Couple of shelves here for storage. Not the biggest, but they're handy for putting sling bags and things like that up during the day. And then you've got your TV, all your room information. There's live TV channels, there's video on demand stuff that you have to pay for as well. Safety, inductions, you can view your ship account, a whole range of things on there. And we've got other videos on that. Top drawer, box of tissues. There's a nice fresh box of tissues there. And then 3 empty drawers. Now normally these drawers are also set up so that they have the room service menus in them. So we'll just have to let our room service attendant know that there is no room service menu. There's another master switch here behind the TV, and there is a door in this cabin. Now this cabin is adjoins 8555, 8553. Sorry, this is 8555. Next door is 8553. So we've actually got both booked. By default, this is locked, this door. You can get your cabin steward to unlock it so that you can go in between. We keep coming past, we've got the bed set up in the queen configuration or double configuration. Generally a reasonably firm mattress with Royal Caribbean, but you can ask for a mattress topper, and this feels like it has it, so that's pretty handy. Now, when you first get in your cabin, you're going to have all your paperwork, any tickets for pre-booked activities as well, so hence all this. We also have the key on this booking, and as part of that there is a welcome bowl of fruit that comes with it. That's not normally here in your room. You will get stuff like that though if you're in a suite. Back to the room itself though. We've got another mirror here that's fairly long. This is sort of a large desk space where you can kind of either do some work or prep your makeup, etc. before you go out for the night. So there's some shelves here behind this mirror, and there's a similar one on the other side as well, which I'll show you in a moment. And directly below that you've got US power ports. So you've got 2 US 120 volt power ports there, power points, sorry, and just another open shelf down below. Moving across to the center, there's a chair for you to sit at while you're doing either work or perhaps you're doing your makeup, etc. There's a drawer here with the hairdryer in it as well. And then we come through to the other side. So on the other side here, there's a same thing. We've got this shelving unit here that's set up. There is a kettle in the room, which is a great feature. I know a lot of people like that. And you get tea and coffee satchels there, but you can also get some milk from down at Cafe Promenade if you want milk. There is a switch here for the lights and an European socket there as well, so you can get in and use that.
The Mentos don't come with the room.
The Mentos don't come with the room. Now, directly under here as well, there is a cooler box. This cooler box doesn't feel very cool. We find that that is an issue on the Royal Caribbean, or particularly on the Voyager of the Seas. Try and keep the fridge door open. That will help with just a bit of ventilation. Sometimes the fridges do cool down more. If not, you can ask, if you've got medication, for example, ask your cabin steward for a medication fridge and they'll be able to bring one of those into the room. So here in the on the other side, just across the other side from that desk area, another bedside lamp. You've got the phone here beside the bed as well. No power, unfortunately, on the bed side of the room. That's a bit of a disappointment here. There's a small lounge here. It's not a pull-out or a convertible or anything. That's just a small lounge. And then the same here. You've got a bay window lounge. And this room looks straight out over the promenade. So just down below us, you've got Cafe Promenade, and you can see down there the Royal Promenade area as well. So there's the selfie spot with the old vintage car and the telephone box. Okay, so that is our first impressions cabin tour of cabin 8555, a promenade interior cabin here on Voyager of the Seas. Initially pretty happy with the location. We'll see how it goes once the noise kicks off and stuff like that.
It will be interesting. So we will come to you in the end and we'll do a review of this cabin and let you know, was it really noisy? Was there anything that didn't work, or how much did we love it?
So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notification of when that video comes out. We'll also in the review talk to you about how the interactions go between this room and its neighbouring room as they are interconnecting. We will see you in the next video.
See you soon.